Everyone talks about monthly resets, right? The big, almost dramatic ways to start over again. But the truth is, most of us don't need another reset. We just need the energy to keep going and keep on showing up. Because when the days get shorter and colder like they do at this time of the year, even small things start to feel much harder. You wake up tired, your routine feels off, and suddenly everything that used to feel easy starts to take much more effort. That's why this season isn't about changing everything, but finding small and low effort shifts that will make life feel a little lighter. You might notice that when the weather changes, our mood and energy do too. I mean, that's kind of a given to all of us, right? What used to work very well no longer does, or at least not as good as it used to. But instead of forcing the same meals, listen to what your body and your needs now ask for. That's why seasonal food swaps really can make a difference, and they don't even have to be complicated. You can cook the exact same things, just swap ingredients for some that bring more nutrients to you instead. I personally started using more roasted vegetables instead of like cold salads that were bought ready-made from the supermarket shelves, and honestly, they make my meals feel so much cozy without the extra work, you know? And I think that's because when your food really starts like supporting your energy, you're like fueling for better performance in all areas of your life, and your routine kind of starts to support you back in the same way. If you're a morning person like me, you can immediately feel that dark mornings mess with your routine. And it's so tempting to stay in bed, but the longer that you do that, the harder that it gets to, get started on something. So instead of trying to feel motivated, make it harder not to move. I mean, put your phone across the room, or book a morning class, or just leave your workout clothes by your bed the night before. Because the truth is, we don't need to be more motivated in a way. Maybe we just need to make showing up a little easier than it was before. And when you start your day with movement, even if it is small, like a walk or a short run, everything that comes after will definitely feel much lighter to do and to accomplish. That applies especially to staying indoors, because it just feels so safe to do so when it's cold outside. But it can also make your days kind of blend together in a way. I mean, you're in the same room, same screen, same thoughts, and you probably recognize the loop that I'm talking about. So if you've been feeling stuck, it might not be your work or your goals themselves, but your environment. So try studying at a cafe once a week, or switching to a library. Even changing rooms at home can reset your focus and even your performance and productivity. I am such a believer that when you move your body into a new space, your mind follows the same way. I'm sure you can also relate to more endless scrolling and taking longer time to get out of bed in the mornings. But did you know that creating almost like rituals can make a difference? It's like it slows you down in a way. I mean, it tells your brain that we're doing this. And for me, that moment happens at breakfast. I recently got a new book called The Daily Stoic, and I have made a whole breakfast ritual around it. I prep something to eat, sit down, read one page a day, journal a few thoughts, and that just hits. Like, it really sets the tone for my day. And this is proof that your ritual doesn't have to be perfect, long, or full of stuff, It just has to make you feel more present. Winter really does make it easy to feel good, and I think that the more Swedish winters that I experience, the tougher it gets to deal with dry skin and the cold air. And what I realized is that I don't have to find like a miracle product for that, but perhaps I just have to be more consistent with my current moisturizing routine, honestly. So instead of buying new products every season, finish the ones that you've been ignoring for a long time or haven't really used as much as you wanted to when you bought them. Another tip is to leave all the essentials that you need where you can see them. For example, your sunscreen or your lip balm. Because if you make those self-care essentials visible, you make it more doable, trust me. The same difficulty kind of goes for stepping outside. I feel like it's the hardest mission on earth at this time of the year to get some fresh air, especially when you're like so in the cozy moment of studying or working. But push yourself, like seriously, even if it's 10 minutes of being outside, like after lunch or between meetings or even before your next class. Don't let going outside feel optional, because this is the time of the year that you need it the most. But if you're going to spend more time indoors, then remember that your space literally becomes everything. And by space, I mean both physically and mentally, and even digitally, honestly. Like, how can you have more balance in your days? Can you tidy your space more often? Can you do your mailbox every now and then? I genuinely think that we have the power to shape how we feel. It could very much start by taking a look at what we already have and what we already do, and how we're able to find balance within it. The cool thing about routine is that they're personal. I mean, they adapt as you do, and these are low effort shifts, ideas for your life, to flow a bit better, especially at a time that is the most difficult to do so. but you can find the ones that work for you, for your energy and your lifestyle, and adapt to them in a way that you want to. And if this gave you something to think about, I'd love to hear what small shifts that you're gonna make as well. And I am super thankful that you watched until the end of the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.